Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Kerry Yerkew here. Welcome to today's webinar on scientific weight loss secrets. Today, I'm going to talk about different ways that I was able to lose weight in my 100-day journey. I lost 30 pounds by finally figuring out some key secrets that enabled me to lose weight. And I had struggled with that for many years, trying different things and not really succeeding, maybe losing 5 pounds and then gaining the weight back again until earlier this year, where I was able to do a lot of research, ask a lot of questions, did research, found out some proven ways to lose weight, applied them, and sure enough, it works. So I'm going to share that with you today. And I just want to thank you guys for joining me on today's webinar and today's podcast. So why do I say scientific? Well, first, I'm a health professional, so I know a lot about the anatomy and physiology of the body. So I guess that was an advantage for me. I understood uh, how the body works, but I wanted some answers because in the past, um, I wasn't able to lose weight and sustain that. I would lose it temporarily and then gain it right back again. So this time I really wanted to make it count, and I didn't want uh, to fail at it again. It was getting frustrating, uh, going through that cycle, thinking I knew what I needed to do to lose weight, and then not being able to do that. So what did I learn? Well, in my 100-day journey, I learned a lot of different things from different books and different online resources. And I share those links in the book that I just published called The 100-Day Diet. So I use some old principles, but I also improved on some of those older principles, and I found new information as far as what I needed to do to lose weight. And I'm going to share some of those tips with you today. For example, keto. I had tried keto before and had been somewhat successful at it, but then gained the weight right back again. I just didn't feel that all the animal protein I was eating was that healthy. So I started to research plant-based protein, and I found that that worked a lot better for me. I felt better. It was still a good source of protein, and it enabled me to feel full, give my body the building blocks it needed. I really wanted to end the 100-day journey being healthier than when I started. So switching to plant-based keto during the 100-day process really helped me to lose weight. And I kind of moved away from animal-based protein and fats as time went on during this journey. And I also started to eat more nuts. And the nuts were helpful because they had a lot of healthy fat and protein. And that helped me to get the nutritional requirements I needed each day. I also kept my net carbs really low. So I was functioning on 20 net carbs a day or less. And I kind of looked at the net carbs like currency. So each net carb was like $1 to me. So I had $20 a day to spend, basically. But you can do it keto or low carb on 30 grams of carbs, net carbs a day or less, and still succeed at it, no problem. I started to intermittent fast. And for intermittent fasting, I found the 16-8 daily routine work for me the best. So 16-8 meaning eating for 8 hours and fasting for 16 hours. And right now, while I'm recording, I'm getting close to ending my fast at 11 a.m. And so um, I'll stop eating around 7 p.m. and then I'll start eating at 11. And at 11, I usually have a smoothie to start my day to kind of start off on a good note. And I'll talk about that in a second. And I kept my calories less than 2,000, around 1,800 calories was my average during the 100-day period. Depending on your weight, I was around 215 on average, but depending on your weight, you might want to adjust your calorie number. You don't want too little because your body will kind of go into starvation mode. You don't want too much because it does affect your weight loss progress. So I found this to be really good for me. And the intermittent fasting on a daily basis instead of every other day or on the weekends or periodically, it was just too hard. It was easier for me to do this daily and commit to it than every other day or sporadically. My smoothies worked. So when I break my fast at 11, what I would do is I had a personal blender. You can get one for $20, $30 on Amazon. I would put in some water. I'd put in some nut milk. I would put in some protein powder, and I'm going to go over that with you in the upcoming slides. And I would really get that blended up. I kind of tweaked the recipe so it would taste really good, and it would still be around the 400 calorie number. But it would have a lot of essential ingredients, and I would add some vitamins and different minerals to it as well. So what was in my smoothie? Well, organic plant-based powders. So I would get that from Costco. Organic frozen berries, again from Costco, and that was easy to put a few berries into my smoothie. And I would weigh everything the first time so you know exactly how many grams are going in, and then you can enter that into your app. I use the Carb Manager app that I talk about in my book that's on Amazon. So I did use an app, and I did measure everything the first time. And periodically I would measure just to make sure I had the right quantity. I put in omega-3 fatty acids, that's fish oil. And so purified fish oils, I usually looked for ones that were more for kids because I found that they had a little bit of natural flavoring in them, as well as I thought the manufacturers would be extra careful with kid combinations. And there were EPA and DHA oils in there, which were really good for my brain and cardiovascular system. So I think that's essential in a smoothie. I would add fiber to my smoothies, like acacia and chia seeds. Uh, any organic type of fiber is really good because it's going to make you feel fuller. It's also going to help your digestive system. It's going to move things along and suck up any waste products in the intestine. I use nut milks like macadamia nut milk, which I got at Costco. They have that now, or almond nut milk. So I use that, or I combine them. I'd add water to my smoothie, and then I usually put in vitamin C, D, K, and B50. So those are kind of my daily vitamins that I put into my smoothie. The other thing that I did to succeed was I changed my lifestyle. So I would sleep at least 8 hours a day or a little bit more. And if I didn't have a good sleep, I would take a nap. So my sleep was cumulative. It was something that I didn't stress out too much about, but I was like, okay, I'm going to track my sleep. I used an auto sleep app on my Apple Watch, and I would just see what the quality of my sleep was like. It would give me a bunch of metrics, like how long I slept for, how long was my deep sleep, my heart rate during sleep. And then I would take a nap, 30 minutes, an hour if I didn't get enough sleep. And that way I always felt refreshed and my brain felt good and I was able to make good decisions, because when you're tired, you don't make the best decisions as far as food choices goes, or sometimes your cravings can kind of sneak up on you and you want to grab some fast food or some unhealthy snacks. I also started to exercise during the 100 days, and I didn't plan on doing this, but I started to research it and started to go for walks, 30-minute walks a day. And then I started to do intervals as I got in better shape. So I would walk for 60 seconds and do a 10-second sprint, and then walk again for 30 to 60 seconds and then a 10 or 20-second sprint. So I started to work with these intervals in order um, to burn up some calories, to get my body in better shape. And a lot of the research shows that intervals for like 20 minutes is just as good as walking for 30 or 40 minutes. So these intervals where you get your heart rate up and then decrease your heart rate, so the changes in the heart rate can be really good for your cardiovascular system and just making your body used to a dynamic range of speeding up, slowing down, makes your heart more dynamic and more adaptable to stresses being put on it during the day. And then water and electrolytes. I drank lots of water, and I had a countertop purifier for my water, and it was made by Santivia. I talk about it in the book, but a Santivia water system. And then electrolyte tablets. I bought the Noon tablets on Amazon, and they were great because they didn't contain a lot of sugar, and they had all the right electrolytes for me. So I did research and found that product and added that to my water every morning when I woke up and after exercise. And that was really helpful to me too, to keep well hydrated and to um, feel like I was doing the best for my body. And I think that really helped me to lose weight too. If you're interested in my book, it's called The 100-Day Diet. It's on Amazon. The ebook's been released. The paperback just got released, and then the audiobook is being worked on right now. So hopefully we'll have the audiobook done in a couple weeks and uploaded to Audible. And you'll be able to buy that on Amazon. And it's pretty much worldwide at this point. So you can get the 100-Day Diet worldwide, and you just have to type that in. And then you might want to type in my name, Dr. Carey Yerkew, as well. If you need help, I'm going to put a link to my calendar. I have some time every week where I could help people that want to get in better shape, that want to lose some weight, have questions about the book or this presentation. And I will offer a discount for first time people booking. So I'll put a link below in the show notes here for the YouTube video, as well as a link below for the people on listening to the podcast. Follow us on social media, and we're at True North PM on Instagram and Twitter, on YouTube and Facebook at True North Practice Management. On Eventbrite, our upcoming webinars are at True North Practice Management, so feel free to follow us on Eventbrite, and at True North Practice Management, we'll have the upcoming webinars coming up there, as well as social media. So please follow us on social media as well. And I want to thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you learned something about nutrition and health and how to lose weight and exercise. I think for many people it's challenging. It was for me. I finally found a way to do it. And you can too, even though you might have failed before, or maybe you grew up overweight like I did. And so there is hope, and you can get in better shape. And there are many benefits to being in healthier and better shape as well. So please feel free to contact me. You can reach out and DM me, or you can go to the link and book a consultation. And follow us on social media as well, and go on Amazon and look for that book if you want to learn more about it. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time.